And we're back with another episode of Freaky Friday Energy. I woke up in Chris Brown's party. I had a kid. Just kidding. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with the mostess. The High Priestess Phoenix, your spiritual psychoanalyst, and all that mystical fun shit. I am the Lilith reincarnated, your messenger of God. Oh, God. We're at it again. You know, I was sitting out there, I was like, come on, God. And then we just had this talk. He's like, I kind of laughed at him. I was like, fuck you, God. What is it? Well, when you get this far, you know, the way that it works is you just go with the flow and you can feel energy, right? I'll tell you all of that bullshit. So that's what it means to be guided by the spirit. And I made this video. Browan's video last night was all talking about, I shared it in my community page. Bronin, I don't know how to pronounce her shit. And she said this term in there. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? She said something, and I was like, it must be a fucking British thing. I didn't know what she said. But anyways, she was like, they hate that they don't know who's guiding you. I tell you all the time, it's God. Or if there's a separate entity that's guiding me, I tell you which one I'm working with. So I was stuck in the fucking mental realm of Metatron for like 3 months. I wouldn't say I left there, I would say I was able to turn around. What does that mean? I told you, it's like all fucking focus. He was like sucking up my head. It's where you're, I guess, all-consuming thoughts. Your mind is focused on a certain thing. So that was the last energy, but I mean, I get it straight from the man here above. So anyways, I'm sitting there and I'm like, and he told me, they tell you, but it's never like an urgency, or sometimes possibly they give you plenty of preparation for this bullshit. But, okay, got you. Hold on. Done. I needed to fucking fix my tire yesterday, and that didn't happen yesterday, so I'm like, okay, what I didn't do yesterday, I'll do today. And I was going to do some other stuff. I ran out of sage. Not completely. They keep reminding me I put some away. That's why I put it away, so I didn't have to save that, use that. They're not listening to me. Anyway, so I wanted to get out and do a couple of things. And I go to get out, and I'm like flushed. I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. And then I had something to eat, and I reset my energy, and I went back out. And then I just felt it. It's nice and cool and everything, and it's like, you should just crawl in your bed and be comfy. Well, come on, I had shit to do. And I could get this feel. It felt like Monday. I was like, why are you doing this? And then I remembered my cards. And, you know, it's just that. You have these gut feelings. And it doesn't matter what you want. You know in your heart it don't feel right. It's like, I got to go with my feelings on this one. Yeah, in the essence, like, you know, no, I'm not feeling it. You're just going to sit there? That's what God told me. Really? I mean, that's what he said. He told me what to do, too. He said, go take a fucking nap. Which sounds okay, because he woke me up at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning anyways. And that's what's so stupid. Why'd you get me up and ready for nothing? But it wasn't nothing, because he had me channeling first thing in the fucking morning. And so it's like, he don't want me to go out there, because obviously that's the energy that's out there, with some death-ass energy and people running around with 10 swords in their back. And they got a fucking attitude. And then you read other people's readings, they're like, they're wearing masks, and they're mad, and they're this, and they're that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe I don't want to go outside. Maybe I could take my tower quietly in my own room. Really? No, I was going to. There could be a change of energy, and, you know, the sun will come out later, and we decide to do some shit. But no, for whatever reason, I said I went and bought, and, you know, we're doing shadow work. I even got Oreos. Fucking mint ones. Do you like them? I think I do. I ate a whole roll of them. It's my inner child. It has a thing for Oreos. I've come to the conclusion that the reason I do this is because I wasn't given Oreos as a child. And that's all I can leave it as. I don't have any memories to back up why I have such an intense addiction to Oreos when I'm going through shadow work. You know how, like, heroin addicts have this thing with ice cream? I think it's something like that. Or like potheads in the Lucky Charms. Need some cereal. They will devour a whole box of cereal. It's a meal for a pothead. The question is, what kind of milk? They'll pretty much eat any cereal, but what kind of milk? Now it's like, do you want a certain kind of milk, or you don't even drink milk? You drink almond milk. Anyways, what are we talking about? Oh, God's got me here, so we're just going to do some work. We're going to do some God work. Really? Yeah, his work is more important. So we're going to blow through the rest of these shadow cards that I pulled yesterday, because obviously it's just darkness. That's what he's keeping me from. There's people's darkness outside. I'm too bright and light for all that shit. Really? Yeah, I'll get out there and I'll get knocked down just like everyone else. I'll have a bad experience. It will not be a good experience. That's why you got to go with your gut. It's like, fill it out. It's not like, do you want to go? That's not the question. You always want to do some fun shit. The question is, does this feel right? And that's what you ask yourself. And if there's any kind of hesitation, or even by the time you get to that, if you're not all the way gun-ho-go, then, yeah, maybe not. And then you just got to work through it. Is it your mind that's telling you no? No, I don't want to. And your body's like, come on, I want to go. Or is it your mind's like, I want it, and you can't stop? That was my son last night. I was like, can you not redirect yourself or something? I was like, it's your mind telling you to keep walking at the TV, and I told you not to, and she told you not to, and now you're walking at it again. Can you stop your thoughts? You're making me look dumb, but it's just you. I'm serious. He wanted to download this fucking thing, right? Late at night, update, some shit. I don't give a fuck. I told you, when it comes to video games, beyond ignorant. I call the PlayStation and Xbox all the time. And they told me I keep fucking it up by the way I keep turning it off. Well, fucking turn it off yourself then. Anyways, whatever. Who cares? He wants to fucking upload some shit. And she's like, no, I'm going to bed. Right? And then I came up later and I had a meal. So then he was like, no, I'm going to update it. And she's like, Mom, I told him not to. I was like, no, then don't do it. And so while I'm sitting at the meal, while I'm sitting here having my meal, he walks over to do it again. I'm like, dude, you have a thought that keeps going in your head that keeps telling you to do it, but 2 people told you not to do it. We don't need to keep telling you not to do it. You need to tell your thought that you're not doing it. Your thoughts aren't listening to us. It's not you, it's your thoughts. It keeps walking you over there. Can you tell your thought that you're not doing it? Can you think about something else? It's that simple. It's not that he's dumb. It's that he's got a, you know what I mean? And that's just any person. It's like, where you're stuck in a mindset. Right? Right. Self-control. It's like, dude, that's what I was trying to say. It's like, there's that, where your mind just keeps drawing you back to the same stupid shit, and you're like, you already been told no, like, a lot of times. For real? For real. And then there's also, like, you're getting ready to go, and then all of a sudden you got a feeling that you shouldn't go, and you just don't go. And people will be like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I just got a feeling. And those are the people that later, they'll learn to trust your feelings after they experience the bullshit. And that's, you know what I mean? Those are premonitions, intuition, guided by the, Holy Spirit. You can question him, why can't I go out there? And it's right away, there's a bad energy outside. If Saturn's out, there's a lot of energy out. Really? Yeah. Saturn is supposed to be out actually on the 11th, but that's today, right? Today the moon meets the Pleiades. Plus you take Venus and all of this, and you have a whole cosmic soup of pushing unhealed people to their limits. Every Friday is a push. This one's a little raw. And that's why it is. Like, don't go out there. What's out there? You don't want to know. Okay, fine. Whatever you say. And so he took me to the store like a couple days ago, and we bought all kinds of shit that we didn't need to go to the store for a couple days. Really? Yeah, I was glad to. Truly. That's all I needed to get my tire for. So what do I need a tire for if I'm not going anywhere? Good point, Ron. Good point. Okay, we're gonna pull out the Liliths. We're gonna pull out shit we didn't pull out. Where are we in the hell? Oh yeah, we're at the gates of the damned. Well, damn it. What is this? What are these? These shouldn't be here. You go in a different place. Disorganized. Oh, and the dark mirrors. What else didn't we pull last night? We pulled like 4 cards. We were doing good. Oh, we could close. Oh, we have a witch card and a Kelly. All right, well, let's see what we can do, because I talk a lot. What are we doing? We're just getting some guidance for your dark shit, so I'm pulling out dark cards to talk to you about the dark energies that are outside. Really? Yeah. Let's start with the Liliths. I need to shuffle them pretty well, because we were just kind of messing with them. I don't know. I said something that I think, it stuck with me. I mean, I see stuff all the time. There's never just, like, please hold for our next No, I'll tell you when those moments come where I can just sit there and not be part of the universe, not see any of it, just sit there and breathe and be. Those are very far and few between. Otherwise, just sitting there, I'm part of everything. The most that I'm disconnected from the spirit is when I'm moving. Not even. That's not true. I was going to say when I'm doing things throughout the day is when I'm disconnected. But like when I'm focusing my mind, I have to use my mind force. So like if I'm learning something and I'm doing stuff, you know, if there's a break between your talking and my learning, then here comes the spirit. But usually, you know, when you're focused in the mind, it'll be like the only time where I'm not like taking in information. And even then they can interrupt my thoughts. Like, hey, shh, just trying to focus. So we were talking about that all week, is getting transmissions, sacred site. Oh yeah, they were talking about who you're guided with. No, God. God says. And if it's somebody else, I'll let you know, but it's God. Or if it didn't come from specifically God, I'll be like they. I say they a lot. Meaning the universe. Whoever lives out there. Oh my God, we pulled it. I told you that's why we're not going outside. I mean, I'm going to have to do it. I can't run from a tower inside. And that's what all my messages says. It comes in its form of a text message. Do you have my number? Who has my number? Oh, I'm going to call you. Okay. Is this a booty call? Saturn. It's a maleficent planet, is how this starts. That's not till tomorrow, but we're in today. I told you. There's no such thing as tomorrow. It just flows when you open up to it, bro. It sucks ass. It's like, oh, I want to open up to abundance. Well, do you know what's in the way of abundance? Do you know what's standing in the way of abundance? You're going to open this floodgate to abundance, and all that's going to come out will, in the kindest way, is we're going to say some fucking... some dryer dust. When you open that pipe, dryer dust is going to come out in your face. You're going to get shit on so bad. You're waiting for God's abundance, and you're sitting there and they pour a porta potty straight on you with your mouth open, bro. It's an episode of Jackass for real, bro. You're like, I've come to receive, Lord, and he just shits on you so bad. What? Really? Yeah, it's the way. Shawshank Redemption, get your spoons out. Oh, man. I'm serious. You asked for the floodgates to open, and what floods out is all of your fucking darkness that's standing in your way of your abundance. All your own shit that you have stuffed in yourself. Starts coming at you like Kanye's mouth. The shit. That's why I'm standing here with fucking pie on my face, hanging on a cross all the time, saying, I praise you, God. I believe, Jesus. I'll be getting mad at God, and I'll be feeling so bad for all the chosen ones before me. They'd be like, he did it to me, he did it to me, he did it to me, he did it to me. The fuck are you, why you do this to us? Here comes Michael Jackson. He took Michael Jackson's whole life away from him. Made him a fucking kid. What an asshole God is. Our Father, who art in heaven. You wonder why I ran away from him. I ain't doing that shit. You trying to make me a mom. Oh, fuck you, God. Realistically, that's how it works. You want to get to heaven, you have to go through hell. Your own hell, it's going to be your own shit. You don't have to worry about someone shitting on you. It's just your own. It's supposed to make you feel bad about your own blood. It's not someone else's, it's yours. You don't have to deal with nobody else's shitty life but your own. I just see it. It's just this pipe and all this dirty ass shit's coming at your face. Every time I stick my head out there, I get shit on so bad. The human experience is shitty. I see why God told me I can't have this much fun out on the streets in that shitty ass experience. No joy like hanging out with God and Him and His great jokes on our lives. Thanks, God. That was great. No, for real. That's what it is. I'm serious. No pain, no gain. And that's why people are like, that video is like, they're astonished how you can take towers. You mean the shit? That's why I call you. I'm here reporting the shit. Let's see what's up with the bullshit. Here comes the bullshit. Bring on the bullshit. All you can do is, you know, hold your breath. Close your eyes and run through it. You're trying to get to happiness, bro. And there's so much fucking shit standing in your fucking way. And then all it is in your thoughts. But it created shit outside of you that you gotta deal with. Like, fucking shit. Fucking shit. This fucking shit. It's like, why can't things just go smooth? Because you're not going with the flow of bullshit. That's why you're going against the bullshit, bro. Literally. Yeah, if you just sat back and took it like everyone else, you'd just be sitting on top of the bullshit, thinking that it was cool. You decided you wanted to get through it. I'm laughing at myself, not you, because you haven't done any of this. I can't look at any of your lives, really, and say you went through the bullshit. You're just swimming in it. You're not trying to get out of it at all. This is my bullshit. This is my bullshit house. This is my bullshit life. It's my bullshit job. What you doing this weekend? Bullshitting. On the way to salvation is lots of bullshit, bro. Alright, let's talk about it. This is where they push the bullshit to the surface. I've been doing it for too long. I have to deal with this fucking planet every week for 55 more years. It's not like God's gonna shoot it out of the sky and it's gonna leave me alone. This planet is made to push your limits. It is such an annoying planet. That's why I take it on a Friday. I'll do it on a Thursday, try to, because I'm feeling better about it. Friday, I'm in my heart, I get so weak in my knees. I'd rather just get this over with. I don't need this planet breathing on my neck on a Saturday. Fuck you, I'll take you on a Friday when I got the heart to do it. I saw you this morning, bro. You were fucking stalking me since this morning. Where is it? Literally straight up. I promise you, he's straight above us, bro. Yeah? Jupiter's over to the mountains a little bit. And Venus, of course, is in the eastern fucking sky. Hey, did you guys see the time shift? I know you didn't. But I pointed it out to Diana. Alright, here's it. I was like, dude, time shift. And I can show you physically. She's like, really? I was like, yeah, watch. Sit here. So she sits down with me last night. It was like 11 o'clock or something. And I was like, the whole full moon, right? We had to go to the back of the building because the moon was in the back of the building, right? That's where it was at? She's like, yeah. I was like, look. And we looked to the front because we sit in the front of the building and it's in front with us now. I was like, did you see? People can't see it. It shifted. It literally shifted across the sky. It took a huge shift too. It went from the back of the building to the front of the building in just a couple nights. Nobody even seen it. You guys don't watch it that close. You don't watch the stars. You don't watch all of that. I'm watching it. So this isn't a surprise to me. I saw it first thing this morning when they woke me up. And when I asked him why not to go out there, because this motherfucker's out there. He's out there. And I go outside, I'm like, are you still out there? You're still out there. I know you are. You motherfucker, you're out there. Is Saturn going direct or something? He's directly above us right now, bro. I don't know where you are. But if you're in Colorado, he's on your ass, bro. He is on your ass. X marks the spot. Oh, shit, I turned to Pluto. Oh, I kept saying that fucking Scorpio was in Pluto. That's not true. It was Scorpio was in... Oh, man. First, it was Scorpio was in Mars. And then it was in Pluto. Or, I don't know. But I was trying to retrack my steps. And we have been through so much of this dirty ass. Fucking Uncle Nasty over there, Mr. Pluto. Alright, let's go to Saturn. What number? 28. Age, reality, discipline. Saturn teaches us that the golden life comes with age, hard work, discipline, and structure. Saturn. I feel like that's like, you know, when I say that, I'm like, Kobe teaches us that the golden life comes with age, hard work, discipline, and structure. Wouldn't be a Friday without Kobe Bryant. Woo, 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 woo. You want to come bounce my balls? When the Saturn card shows up, it's time for you to put in the time, effort, and where have you been cutting corners? Saturn is asking for you to stay the course to alchemize your soul's lead in gold. I don't know, I was getting a little shifty earlier. I was getting a little over-empowered. Not deflecting, just objecting. I was just objecting a little. I was being objective, not deflective. Nothing. It's internal. Internal battles. Saturn in astrology brings harsh lessons, limitations, restriction, time, and wisdom. It rules over the earth sign of Capricorn and the air sign of Aquarius. Are you guys picking up those? Yep. Capricorn is associated with the authoritative and hierarchical Saturn, while Aquarius invokes new structures, innovation, and future. They want me to know this. I never remember this. They want me to know this. Why? Because when we're pulling Capricorn and Aquarius. Why? They're separate, obviously. What is it? Earth and air? They want us to know this. It's standing out to me hardcore. Not because I know an Aquarius and a Capricorn, but they're telling me this is important to know so we can recognize Saturn's influence. Yeah? Yeah. Capricorn is associated with, I don't know, it's just like, write this down, take a note. Capricorn is associated with the authoritative, yeah, we just read all that. Let's see, Saturn is associated with the archetype of Father Time and was the final outer planet in ancient astrology prior to the modern planets of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Therefore, Saturn is associated with reality, boundaries, and limitations. All right. In the tree of life, it's hidden, but it's not. They're showing me something. It's not in this picture, but it is in most. So right here is a chakra. We know what it is, but it's not identified. It's not identified in most all of the things. I'm not talking about that because Saturn is right there in the thrones where we're always stuck with fucking Metatron and Jesus and fucking Melchizedek and Buddha and all of them. They sit at the highest thrones. So that's just where that is on the tree. They're trying to teach me something. Saturn is associated with the archetype of Father Time. He closes time, right? Associated with reality, boundaries, and limitations. He puts the time. Time is the limitation. He puts the boundaries. Time. Everything's on a time. That's what I was saying. Time isn't real. I tell you that all the time. Your perception of time is the boundary, and it creates your reality. I have to do this. I have this much time. And that's it too. You think you have so much more time. You don't. Because realistically, these planets shift energy on people. So what people were open to before, if you don't go through that doorway, why that energy is upon them, like, you know what I mean? Like, this weekend, I was in the perfect energy for it. If you didn't jump on that energy, then you wouldn't have, no, it wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to, like I was going to have that energy built up. It was just going to dissipate and new energy would come in. And that's what an alchemist does, is there's constant new energy. So in the essence, there's barriers to time because doors close as these planets move around. And that's something like Mercury retrograde. It's like 4 or 5, 8 times a fucking year you got to revisit this same fucking bullshit. And that's where these doors reopen so that you can, you know, you get put on more timeout is what I think. That's a timeout. Mercury retrograde's a timeout. It's detention. But time in general, it's like, you know, I have till next week. So you fill your time. And I said that earlier today. I was like, the only thing you do have is time, and it's limited. The only thing you can truly give a person is time. Everything else will fade. But the time you give with a person, they'll remember that time. That's what they'll always remember, is the time. Not the things. They don't have the things anymore. You're dead. They might have their wedding ring, but all they have is the time you gave them. And that's how people use that. They weaponize their time and space by not giving it to you, which is their affection and their love. You always want people's time. You're looking for their time. You want them to listen to you. You want them to look at you. You want them to see you. You want to be heard. You want a connection. The only way to have such things is time. And you're frivolous about your time. You give your time to anything, which is basically your thoughts. You'll sit there and waste time thinking about some bullshit. And because you gave all that time to that, then of course that bullshit creates. But that's really what it is what are you doing with your time? I'm seeing a distant father. He sits in his house and he's there all the time, but he's not present. You think because his body is there, he's present. I can show you that that's very untrue. I can sit next to you all day as a fucking vegetable. And it's like, I'm here, but if I'm not giving you, you know what I mean? We're not connecting, then I'm just taking up space. This isn't bonding time. We just share time in the same space. Do you get that? Time is of the essence. I'm hearing all these things about time. Alright, therefore Saturn is associated with realities, boundaries, and limitations. I get sucked into these places where I'm sitting down and they're showing me all this stuff. I'm learning as I'm teaching. Saturn, known as Cronus. Oh, that's the father. That's why they called him the father of time, because Cronus was the father of Poseidon and Zeus and Hades. He was the father of the gods, father of time. Anyways, was a harsh deity in ancient Roman mythology who ate his own children out of fear of being overthrown. Ruling with his iron sickle, he was the god of crops. While Saturn can be difficult to handle as a maleficent planet, I saw this awful thing. I got to download. It's like, you're not going to ruin our family's name. That's what I saw. That might resonate with somebody. But it's like, you know, they tried to eat their child. It's like, yeah, you're not going to ruin the family's name. While Saturn can be difficult to handle as a maleficent planet, one that brings hardships and difficulty, it also can be a positive force of transforming our lives. I'm seeing money again. And I think I heard, I did. I heard Steve's Love Tarot talking about they were flexing. Hey, bro, don't try to be nothing or anything more than you are. I've never tried to pretend that I was anything more than humble, extremely humble. And that's what it is like, I never go and do things I cannot do. I'm not going to lie, I spent money this weekend, and it's not even like I frivolously spent a bunch of money, but I looked at it as an investment on me. If I wanted to go to the movies by myself, it was going to cost money. If I wanted to go eat by myself or with another, it was going to cost money. So that's where it was, is I spent money that I never spend on myself. And my old patterning is to feel guilty about spending money on myself. I never spend money on myself. And when I do, I feel terribly guilty about it. So I started the month off by breaking a pattern. and spending some money on myself, right? So then throughout the month, I'm also reminding them, well, our budget is a little bit tighter. I'm not going to feel guilty about it, but it's a bit tighter. You know what I mean? The money that I usually throw on you guys, I may have thrown on me. And that's just really the truth. Not that anybody's holding back, but it's like I spent some money on myself. And so I'm seeing this thing about don't ever try to outdo yourself. You know what I mean? Because really, it's like, you know, we're really facing that. It's been coming up in the last couple of days, the poverty mindset, and that's really what I was doing was the banishing. I've been working on this magic. I've been working on money magic for a minute. Really, mostly is just banishing the negativity around money and making us more receptive to it. That's it. Banishing the negativity around it and being more receptive to it. Because realistically, the truth is, money does grow on trees. You're like, that's not true. It's paper, and paper comes from the trees, which is nothing more than from God. Everything that we usually use throughout the day comes from God. You just give all glory to the person that produced it. You don't know where you know what I mean? You don't see the garden that we're eating from and who's actually tending to that garden. And that was the card last night about Moloch. There's God in the light that's watching out for your pocket. And actually, no, it's Archangel Sachael who brings all the blessings of money and abundance. She's the gypsy. She brings all that good shit when she rolls up. She's like, she rolls up. It's Christmas when she rolls up. I roll up. Take it easy, Wiz Khalifa. Jesus isn't known about bringing, you know, gifts and shit like that. His are the spiritual gifts, not the material gifts. So then I pointed out, you know, that would be Archangel Sachael, and we'll go ahead and pull her card when we're in the light. But then last night in the dark, it's like, who do you depend on in the dark to pay your bills? You're not going to God. So then you're going to do dark shit. You're in hell making a paycheck is what those cards pointed out. If you're not working for God, then you're working for, well, you can't serve two gods. And I'm not trying to make it like that, but that's what they say is money is the root of all evil. It's your driving force. Right? It drives you to madness. It drives your fears. It drives your insecurities. It drives everything. Money makes the world go round. You give it all the power in the world. I gave that power to God. And we might be facing a real quick re-lesson of, you know, how to remember how to trust on God when we ain't got no money. And that's it too, is like, we can revisit this. And we've done it. And that's what I said, is it literally came out of the sky on me. I have many videos of money just coming out of the sky on me. That's what I said. It's like, you know, I know where my money comes from. It doesn't come from my hard work. God guides me where to put my work into. And He takes care of the bills. He takes care of the purse. Really? Really? But if you don't have a God to take care of your finances, then you're in a whole mess of troubles. You against the world, huh? And that's where it is. It's like there'll never be enough. If it's all on you, and everybody's feeding off you, and, you know, everything depends on you, that could be real difficult. So I just want to point that out. It came to my, you know, attention. Don't think that I'm anything but, you know what I mean, living in a freaking family shelter on a welfare check. And that's where it is people look at me and they're like, you don't look like what... No, I don't. I never did. I never looked like I shopped at thrift stores. I never looked like my situation. But I used to pretend like I was better than it. And that's the difference. You know what I mean? Like, for reals, I don't need to floss on you. And that's what I love so much about this man, is he might black it out, but the reality hit him real quick when he pulled up to my building. And none of that stopped him. He didn't judge me by my outside. He didn't judge me by I could say my upbringing, where God has put me. He believes that I'm not going to, you know what I mean, that I'm not just this, and that I'm not going to be here forever, and He believes in me, not just where I live and what I might look like. And that's important to me. I want somebody that, you know what I mean, I want somebody that loved me when I was poor to be there when I'm rich. You know, that's the real truth. And I'm like really like about to cry. It's like, you know, I was ashamed when I first met Bobby. I was ashamed because I was coming out of, you know, being poor. I just got out of the homeless shelter, just got my own apartment, didn't really have furniture. I was just working really hard. You know what I mean? Trying to, you know, put one piece of life together, one little piece at a time. And I didn't want him to know that I was in that position. And then you fast forward, and like last year, around this time, it was around our birthdays, like I call him and I'm like getting ready to check into a hotel, and I tell him that, and he's like, it's the middle of the week. And he's like, why? And he's like, are you homeless? And I was so scared to tell him the truth. And at the same time, it's like I kind of felt stupid, like I didn't know he didn't know. And I never really answered that question. I never really put it on like that. I never saw that. And even more, that I had been like this for almost 2 years now. It was harsh to wear. But it didn't, I mean, it hurt me more than, I mean, he felt bad for me, obviously. But it hurt my pride, that's all. It really hurt my pride. But the fact, and that's why I was like, dude, if he finds out, he is not going to talk to me. And it didn't stop him. And there's a lot of things he does that I don't understand. But, you know, there's people that can tell you all the time how much they love you, and it never means anything. There's people that don't say it, and they can show you by everything they do. You know what I mean? He didn't have to tell me that he loved me. He showed me over and over. And it's like, I don't need him to prove to me that he loves me. He's shown me many, many times. Because you wouldn't do things, you wouldn't, you know what I mean? The pride would stop you. And it does. The pride would stop you from a person like me to sink this far. The only way you could come this far down is for love. True love. And that's why God hid me in here. Because you have to work through all bits of your pride to find her. And I have her hidden in hell. You think it is. I mean, it kind of is. I make the best out of things, and again, it doesn't affect me like it affects everybody else. I don't, you know, it doesn't. Things just don't. I have the ability to change them, and I don't sit in the same, you know, we all live in the same building, but we don't have the same views. That was a good song. Above the, what is that? Right above? Oh, that was a good song. All right, moving on. So Saturn is pushing your limits and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, this sucks. All right. Once we learn Saturn's lessons, we will be master alchemists, transforming trauma into triumph. This is what you could say is a traumatic experience for us to be in a homeless shelter. But it's just a triumph for us. It's just a place. We go on to bigger and better, more beautiful things. Identify your Saturn placement in your birth chart and match it to the following list. I'm not going through your birth charts. Gary's sister's running a sale on birth charts for $75. Don't you find that unique? He never mentioned it before. And all of a sudden he has a sister that does birth charts for so cheap. Again, guys, be very careful about opening up to a person that reads birth charts. They're reading your soul, not your skin. They're reading what your soul is made of and what you're here to do with it. So be very careful. Why? Because they find that right chart, bro. They're going to tell somebody, you'll not believe what came into and that's me. I had a real fucking chosen one in my charts today. Serious? I swear to you, they were chosen. They were starseeds for real. They can tell what you really are before you got here, what you're here to do. That's what they're supposed to do, is tell you, you know what I mean, what areas of your life and blah, 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 blah. Just be very careful. Fill it out. I don't know. I'm not trying to make you paranoid of spiritualists. Ooh, I guess we got to hit that. I'm trying to make you aware of the power that they do have over you when you give them that power. They have no such power over you, and it's better just to empower yourself and learn these things. I knew nothing of the sorts, but we're learning little by little. We are learning these planets. We needed to understand what the planets represent, and we needed to understand the astrological signs. Why? Because a natal chart is your astrological, or is your planetary chart in your astrological signs. It's 12 signs, and what's in those charts? Planets. Or something like that. I have it over there. So the planets represent some shit and some shit and some shit. And that's really what it is. The more you learn, the more you can understand yourself, and basically just push yourself and go with the flows. You don't need somebody to come in and tell you where you're struggling in life. I think you know that. And that's why you guys go to these stupid fucking tarot readers. You already know he's not talking to you. You want her to confirm what you already know. The cards will only tell you what path you're on. You can easily change that by just taking action. Otherwise, they're going to be the same reading next week. Why? Because you didn't take action. That's always in the card. Take action. You're waiting for someone else to take action. Most of you are not, and you're you're far from Empress. But you need to go into your Emperor mode too. It's both. You have a lot of work to do. Got it? Alright. So, Saturn, push your limits, your age, your reality. You're not that old. Actually, you can't possibly be as old as me. I'm old as dirt. Literally. I was created of the dirt you fucking walk on. And that's what we do every weekend. This is made to push us every weekend into, it's a challenge every weekend. Are you up for the challenge? Where are we at? What's the challenge? What's our dark mirror? What's a dark mirror? Where you look at yourself in the mirror and you see a side of you that you're not paying attention to. Which for you, it's probably a pimple or a wrinkle. Pus bucket or a wrinkle in time is what I heard. I guess. What do you see when you see the mirror? Do you see all your flaws, or do you see all your beauties? It's a good question for you. Like, I need to fix this, and I need this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Hey, without my makeup, I look like a whole witch, dude. I have patchy skin, and I don't have eyebrows, and all of that, and I don't look all like that. And no woman really does. That's what it's called. Make up. We make up our faces to look better. What do we got? Oh, there's a fun one. Anger and fucking chains. I heard Alice in Chains. I don't really pull that card. I think maybe this is like the third time? 29. I remember the last one was like 28. I'm not saying anything because it came up yesterday where we went through grief. There's a lot of heavy emotions out there. But it's all part of it. They come to the surface. It's why is people all upset? It's part of their real identity. Their real identity is showing. And what this is their shadows. That's what Aries was about. I just claimed a better identity than what yours is. I reclaimed my true identity, and mine is a little wild and untamed, just like everyone else's, but mine is healthy and happy. What your guys is exhibiting is not so healthy or happy. But it's okay. It's just how you really feel. Your anger, your sadness, your all of that, your self-loathing, your jealousy, all of that. When you wake up, that's what you wake up to. That's what I'm here to tell you that no spiritualist tells you. They wish they never woke up. Yeah, bro. You wake up to fucking shit, bro. Just shit. Your whole life is shit. And all of a sudden, you got to make sense of this shit and clean it up. It's all shit. Your whole life. You're unhappy with every part of it. It's shit. It's like, how am I going to fix this shit? Most of them give up. They just like, damn, this is my life. That overboard. It's like, oh, I'm just a fat whore, huh? Let me just get down on my knees then. Let me just do what I always do. If this is what I do, let me just serve you. You just wake up, bro. One day you pretend like, you're in a relationship, and all of a sudden you look at this person and you're like, you can't fucking stand them. And you're like, what changed? I don't know. I don't know. And that's what it is. You don't know what changed, but something changed in you heavy, where your fucking skin is crawling and you are so fucking unhappy. Anger, yes. Sad. Because you're sad. How the fuck did I get here? And you're angry because you're like, damn, I don't want to be here. And in order to get out of this, you're going to have to fucking, create all kinds of chaos. It is shit. I tried to tell you laughingly in the beginning of this video. In order for you to be happy, you've got to go through all this shit. You just wake up, you're like, oh my God, this is my life. And little by little, you try sorting it through, getting rid of shit and changing shit. And God damn it, this is some shit. And that's really what it is. It's like, I thought you were happy. I don't know if I ever was, but I know I'm not now. Awakening's hard, bro. There might be one good feeling. You might wake up to a twin flame and have this love for someone, but the rest of it is nothing but fucking pain. The wake up is painful, bro, and that's why people avoid it. They reject it. They reject the calling. You can, sort of, with drugs, alcohol, you know what I mean, pushing yourself back in, but you never feel the same. It doesn't feel good anymore. A good example is Kanye. He can keep pushing himself out there, but he don't fit. He don't fit in the crowds. None of it's bringing him any kind of nothing, bro. Nope. There's only one way, bro, and when God says it's time to wake up, that's the only way you can go. You can't go back in the shell, bro. He broke you out of your shell. He kicked you out of your nest, mentally. Just mentally. And now you've got to do the rest of the work to break the fucking rest of this out. You need air. It's killing you, just sitting around these people. You were fine, and then you're not. It's all a change in perception, bro. It gets harsh. And that's what makes us change, is we start seeing things differently, and it makes us uncomfortable. So that uncomfortability pushes us, which is shedding a layer of our skin. Let's talk about your anger. Lions, sparks, chains, and signs, and lines all meddle together, geometry and colors, like an explosion. Yeah, where was Metatron? Long time no see. I had a great weekend. What are we working on now? Planetary charts. Okay, we're going to learn it. We really are. He's showing me some references that we're going to learn. We're going to start learning these natal charts. We don't need somebody. We'll be the somebody we need. All right, sentence. I've got to break free. I want to break free. Fuck, I know who you are. That's all of you. It's scary, bro. But it's not going to be as scary as you think. You think they're going to kill you or something. It's not real. You never know. You never know. And that's where I come in to teach you. Fuck around and find out. I'm only here to push you off the edge. You're sitting there on the edge all the time. I'm here telling you it's okay to jump and that God's going to catch you down there. Otherwise, you could just sit there. Nobody else even sees you sitting there on the edge. Nobody sees you on the edge, on the brink of fucking reality. In your pain and suffering. That's where the Dark Goddess sees. I see you. I see you in your suffering. And I tell you what to do to liberate yourself. Which is to what? Break free? No, I can't do that. Then stay there and suffer. I've got to go. I've got to teach other people to break free. Some will do it. Some won't. They'll just sit there for the rest of their life looking out the window of freedom. What does it take? Let go of this person. Let go of this life. Let go of this house. Let go of this job. Let go of this fear. Let go of this belief. That's what I'm here to tell you. Everybody did before you. I'm just more antagonistic about it. It's like, I mean, think about it. I'm the serpent. If I could convince her to eat the apple, God sent me to convince you to walk back to heaven. You need some convincing. That's what he said. Nobody can deny the serpent's tongue. I'm here to tell you it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. I'm the Dark Goddess, and you're in the dark. And I'm telling you that God, your Father, says it's okay to walk away. That you're not hurting anyone but yourself. That's all I can tell you. It's your life. You're in control. You think you're not, but you are. You think you can do these things, but you can't, Nemo. You could do it, even with one fin. Anger is not the road to clarity. It is not a controlled effort or a cold dish. It is raw, primal, explosive. It is the loss of reason, a loss of restraint, a bomb burning bright in a black color, a wax seal carefully crafted in the immediately broken. But anger is also freedom. But how can you break a single thread woven with a million others? How can you unfeeder yourself from a bad situation, letting all the rest unchanged? It doesn't work like that. When you need to break free, you need to shake and shout, and more things will be broken than what you just wanted to hurt. Then They are like a bundle. You can target, but you cannot choose. Break many to break one. Save one to save many. You don't get to pick and choose which part of your lives you want to hold together. You can't hold this together anymore. It's the combustion of all of it. You're not just not happy at your job. You're not happy at home. You're not happy at work. You're not happy at here. You're not happy there. None of this is bringing you happiness. And you don't want to admit just not even one area. I'm rooting for you. I don't see, it's hard for me to believe that anyone can hear God as much as me and be as brave as I was. I was only here, and that's what I said. I was here to show you how it was done. But you're going to have to do it better. I didn't know what I was doing, but now you know what the job is. You can do it better. You've seen it done once. Find a way to do it better. Find a way to walk away better than I did. Because in essence, I didn't fully walk away. I got thrown the fuck out. God even packed my bags. Maybe at least pack your own bags. You know what I mean? Fuck. I don't know. I mean, I do. But I don't push. Because I'm going to be pushing this narrative for the rest of my life. So it doesn't matter. It's not like this is the real one. This is the one that's going to push him. I mean, if not, I'm going to push him again next week. This is all I do every day, is try to push you to, you know, go over the edge and find God. To leave that's no longer serving you. That's all I do all day. I'm not pushing this really hard. I was. In the beginning, I'd be all, come on, guys. You really let me down. I used to be really hurt about the fact that nobody wanted to heal. Down with the sickness. We're at the City of the Damned on number 10. Well, we're at the threshold of the fun shit. Ready to take this adventure into the dam? Damn it, God! Send me an angel. That's a song. What is it? I'm hearing Cry Me a River with that too. Alright, Justin Timberlake, are you okay? He said no, he's in bad health. Oh, sorry. What are you hiding in your chakras? Oh, is that a secret love for Britney Spears? I love it. Tell me all about it. Can your love save her? Oh, you're in a terrible marriage and unhappy? And that's why you went on tour? What'd you do on tour? What'd you do? What'd you do? We'll probably see about that in the news. Let's move on. Journey. Dante and Virgil reach the shores of the river Styx. Across the waters, hideous towers send up torment of flame. Oh, it's Friday. Dude, look, I got the picture on my wall. Torments of flame. What, twin flames? They torment me. Why? The love. If you didn't wear a mask, come over here all scary like. If you could just wear your love, it wouldn't be so scary. You come over here trying to be a man. Come on. You're going to be a better man than me? Like, really? Okay, sure. I'll let you play the man this time. Sure. Divination. As we progress through this life, we may often find ourselves out of our depths. While we must not forsake the adventure we are on, don't give up. We would do well to proceed with an abundance of caution, prioritizing the wisdom of the guides and experts above our own instincts and natural inclinations. Trust God and your guides and experts. Listen to your spirit, or me. Don't know what to do, call me. 1-800, I'm just kidding. We fear, I need a 1-800 number. We fear what is known to us, so tap into your natural curiosity and intellect to learn all that you can before making any moves. Abandon hope is a message intended to stop you in your tracks. But when hope is buoyed by experience, you will progress. And that's where I'd be like, no, we can figure this out. The motherfucker is on fire, bro. How are we going to get in there, dude? They're going to see us. I know, we'll figure it out. Chill out, bro. You always think something is going to get us. Why don't you see that God's trying to deliver us? He's trying to deliver us, not attack us. Nothing's standing in our way. We just have to go through all this bullshit. Come on. Let's just sail the waters. We'll find a way in. No, but what if? Shut up! Enough with your stupid thoughts. We're going to find a way. I can't stand that. That'll drive me crazy. I have my own limiting mind. I don't need you to add limitations to it. Mind your business. Let me figure this out. God, tell me how to get in this damn door. Don't go in it. Go through it. Or he's like, don't go through it. Go over it. What? Can I fly? No. Go this way. Okay, whatever you say. In the essence, the water flows through. Is what he says. It just looks like it looks like a fucking looks like the end. And that's where I said I'm at the edge, telling you I'm the ferryman. Really, I'm Hakate. I'm ready to take you over, take you through the journey. But it's all in your mind. I promise you. There's none of that in real life. It's all in your mind. But you see it as that. Oh my God! If I quit this job, it's gonna be like this, and this, and this. It's never that bad. People are like afraid of jail, and it's like they just play house in there. TV sucks and the food sucks. That's it. You don't have a fluffy pillow. What the fuck you want? It's a fucking room. Nobody's really trying to rape you. I mean, I don't know what kind of men get into, but men, that's their own weird fucking, that's men. Why you guys can't control your own fucking desires? That's your own problem. You don't have compassion for the guy that can't stop fucking rubbing himself when you can't stop rubbing yourself. He sees you rubbing himself and wants to know if you want him to rub you. Come on, stop being gay and, you know, it's not gay when it's supposedly not gay if you're doing it with a bunch of men. What are you talking about? There's a bunch of men here and you're turned on rubbing yourself. You're asking for gay intentions there. You're doing a gay act. You're masturbating around a bunch of men. This is a gay act. You're gonna get a gay ass. Or you're being in the essence, like you think everything's the worst. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my job and then the IRS is going to... Dude, they don't move that fast. You got some time. Can you call somebody? Call 1-800-GENERAL now. Like, call somebody. There's resources. Like, it's not the end. They're going to foreclose. Then call somebody. Call the administrative office. In the essence, make preparations, bro. All right, well, if you know they're going to take it, then just plan on them taking it. Stop thinking about when they're going to take it and just let them take it. And that goes back to my house. Did you plan? No. They took it. They're coming to impound my whole life. It's all paid for in full. Most of it has the fucking price tag, so they took it all. And God says he's got another one. Let's go on a journey. How long does this last? 40 fucking years? Just kidding. How long are you going to go around this mountain? You want to go through the mountain or you want to go around the mountain? How long you want to sit around in your bullshit-ass booty-whack fucking lives unhappy? You've seen what happiness is. You see it over here. Like, how could she be so happy? Her life sucks. It's not the life. It's inside. Do the work. It's not about what's going on outside. I can't even go outside. You won't even let me outside. The walls aren't that impressive in here. I don't have cable TV. You know what I mean? I don't have it's not really that impressive around here. Really? No. It doesn't impress me much. I find joy in the little things and in myself and my conversations and my quiet space with God. It's not outside, it's inside. That's it. It's like, well, I would have liked to go outside and have a good time, but he said that all that's out there is a bad time. If I go outside, I'm going to have a bad time. All right, well, let's pass on that then. All right, so that's where you are in hell. Let me put this card up. Good luck on your hell. Did we go through all the cards? Hey, we really did, didn't we? I feel so proud. How long? 58? I have room for a Kelly, and we could close these down for the weekend. If we've gone through all the dark, then we've gone through all the dark. I don't have more dark. That just means I could teach you mystical shit for the rest of the weekend. Oh, we have 2 cards. The Kelly cards aren't dark. It's just in there for some reason. I mean, it's a dark goddess. I don't know. People are afraid of Kelly. Are you afraid of me? They're afraid of Lilith. They're afraid of all of my dark sides. Definitely the Morgan. She'll cut you. And she has 2 other sides that are worse than this one. It only gets worse. Huh? I don't know. Whatever. Alright, what are we at with the witches? Witches of the craft. Anyone that practices the craft is considered a witch. You honor that because we did it first. I put that on my first label. Mr. Plum didn't want me to come to... He was concerned about me coming to Oklahoma because my Instagram said I was a witch. I was like, well, my practices make me a witch, Mr. Plum, but I promise not to practice in public. That's the truth. I didn't. But they sure found out I was a witch. And that's it too. It's like your fear of that word. Honor that word. Don't say you're a fucking Christian when you're not Christ-like. You like to run around with these labels. I'm a rapper. Really? What's that look like? So when I say I'm a witch, you know what I mean? That's what, she said something about that. I was telling her about gypsy money. She's like, I heard that that's not a good term to use. No, because they condemned it. It's the same as saying a witch. Those of us that are gypsies don't have a problem with it, but when you try to call someone a gypsy girl, then you're saying something, demeaning. You know what I mean? But, calling a bitch a witch is you trying to demise her for something. But me walking in and saying I'm exactly what you use, the word that you use against women, that I'm the powerful word that you use against women, oh, well, you're looking kind of stupid right now. Because everyone fears the witch. You fear the powers that I have. No understanding of where they come from and what they're for, just the fact that I have them. And I make it very clear, you're dealing with a witch. Meaning, there's an energetic expectation with dealing with me. There's a cause and effect with dealing with me. As above, so below. You shall reap what you sow. Meaning I come with a certain sense of authority. I don't know what authority a rapper carries, other than a chain around his, a noose around his neck. You know what I mean? But that comes with a hell of a lot of authority. And the fact that I'm a witch in Christ, oh shit. Because according to their world, your world, it's him and them. And I work with both. I work with the dark and the light. What you gonna do? You better watch your mouth. Because of what? Because of what I'll do? No, because of what the Spirit will do to you. I make that very clear. My power doesn't come from me, it comes from God. God Almighty. So if you fuck with me, the power that you think is going to come from me is going to come from outside of me. And it's not going to be me. Because in my way, it would be limited to my beliefs. God believes in all things, correcting all things. Do his anointed no harm. I don't serve the devil because that doesn't exist. In essence, in your books, I am the devil that you fear. And that's just your stupid fear. Have you met me? Like you're just afraid of the title I carry? It's an FBI agent. So? What does that mean? They went to school? They have a desk job? They carry a gun and a badge? And if they fuck up at work, they'll take away their gun and their badge? Are they still an FBI? You know what I mean? If you take away my cards, am I not still a witch? If you take away all of this, does that mean I lose my power? Is my power in my title? I give the title power by what I do. Because there's a lot of these, especially come Halloween, everybody wants to be a witch on Halloween. But here I will, that they all dress up to be exactly what I am and have no power, not knowing the most powerful witch is walking around as one of them through the streets. Lovely. Hi, my name is... Anyways, moving on. The craft. 40 watt... Oh, mode. Modes. I don't have a mode. I don't like leeches and weird shit like that. Come on, God. They're gonna stick me with all the goofy animals. Moses got all the pretty ones. You sent all the dark and dingy ones to me. And gave you the birds. Fine. Fair enough. I like the birds. They're cool. And all these slippery sliders. I don't like that stuff. I don't like them. They like you. Alright, God. Weaver of the craft. You walk the ancient path and honor the traditions. And that's it. I'm a traditional witch because I am the tradition of witchhood. And I teach you all that shit. I'm the original teacher. Passed on. All the way down. To Diana, to Aradia. I pass on. I've always passed it on. I'm always sneaking and telling you the secrets of the gods. I don't think it was a secret. I think it was what I was made to do. In the essence, I always... You question it? How was I casted out? Why did you guys say I was casted out? I freely left this shithole, and I will freely leave this shithole every time. This shit is a shithole. And she was casted out of the paradise of God. Shut up. I went right back to living in his paradise. You call this paradise? You made it hell on earth. All the fucking things he's created in the universe, and this is your paradise? Where's your heaven? Anyways, going back to it. I'm just saying, I've always given you guys God's powers. Why? Because that's what else do I have to give? All I'm full of is God's powers. I experienced all life. Let me give you the life. I'll give you the business. Which witch is which? It's fun in games trying to figure out which category you fit into, and it's not one-size-fits-all scenario. Oh, yeah. Mike Stud, I shared in my community page. I shared it. Confirmation. That's weather. They're notifying me about weather. Cool. There's gonna be some rain. I like it. Did I see it? No, I felt it. I was like, what is that? It's rain. Okay, cool. He shared in his stories about this story on TikTok and stuff, and he was like, I love this story about so and so. He's like, every morning he would sit down and pray, and he would take out these items and put up an altar. He would have a statue of Buddha, a picture of Jesus, or, you know, something of Jesus, a picture of his guru, and then a picture of this guy who was the defense secretary of Ronald Reagan, who in essence was his enemy. And he would sit there with his enemy. I didn't watch the whole story. I just ruined that post for you. But it's like, I don't pray to a singular God. I pray to God. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be his name. All of them are a family in God. That's your segregation of other families of God. The Muslims, by definition, a Muslim is a culture of people that based on religious beliefs. Their religion is Muslim. Right there. This whole generation of people is based on a belief in God. I think theirs is Allah. So you say, I hate Muslims. That means you hate a whole generation of people that praise God. Why? Not your God? They have different rules. They eat different. They don't use toilet paper. What's the fucking problem? You have lots of problems with their way of life, right? But the problem is, the ultimate problem, what you said is, I hate what? God people. I hate Christians. You hate what? God people? I hate Catholics. You hate what? God people? I hate witches. You hate what? God people? All of us in those categories, whatever of the 148 religions that you may practice in your secret space, there are people that hate you for praising God. It doesn't matter what God you pray. They hate people that pray to God. They're what we call anti-Christ. People that hate godly people. Because what? They don't pray to the same God? But don't they pray to God? Yeah, but their God's not real. What are you talking about? Have you met their God? Have you ever prayed? You just assume from the outside that they're praying to what? The devil? I can prove their God, but I can't prove yours. I can prove their gods. Their gods existed in real time. Where is your devil you speak of that's outside of you and your actions? Who is this secret entity that you blame for your fucking wrongdoings? Oh, the devil made me do it. The devil's tempting me. The enemy is a lie. No, you're a fucking lie. Nobody's tempting you. You can't tell your mind no. You do these hideous acts and you blame it on something outside of God. You said that God didn't stop him from making you do it. God didn't protect you from the devil. You didn't protect yourself from your mind. And you hurt yourself and other people. That's the devil card in tarot. It's called the shadow parts of you, not something outside of you. You always want to say it was somebody else's fault. Something dark outside of you made you do it. It was my baby mama, my mom, my this, the government, this and that made me act a fool. No accountability to your devilish behaviors. You say it was, something came over me. I don't know. It's you. It's all you, bro. All you, bro. Anyways, going back to that, I wanted to point that out because you said that, how this, whoever it was, prayed to all the gods. It's like, yeah, who's at your altar? Who do you sit down and pray to? And do you pray to that God for only your people of that God, or do you pray for all people of God? And if all people are God, you need to understand that these are other people of God, because Jesus said all people were his people. So you're ungodly not accepting these people as your family. You're not part of the family of God if you don't accept all of God's people and all their flaws. They're flawed according to your standard because they don't eat or dress or talk or look or think like you. God loves the flawed. He made us all flawed. He made one perfect. And you killed him for being perfect. That's why he doesn't make perfect no more. It's your flaws, your shortcomings, your deviancies, your weirdness, your quirks that make you special. That you try to hide them up and try to act like you're not special and you're like everybody else. And everybody that is special, you try to persecute because they didn't hide it as well as you. You make fun of girls that fucking, you know what I mean, that put on all that makeup. But you don't realize that when you go outside, you're putting on all this fucking makeup too. You're putting on a whole mask, bro. You are lying about where you live, what car you drive, how much money you have, everything. You are lying. As I see this, I see my ex-husband, bro. He'll totally buy a fit to come floss on you and then return it the next day, dude. Yep. He taught me that. I was actually going to do that with some camping gear. Really? I was like, I really just need this for one moment. Yeah, he would do some shit like that. Try to fucking do all that. I learned some crazy shit from that. I didn't know people did that. Dude, you know, as I get older, I learned these hustles, and I'm just like, damn, that would have been really useful when I was young, when I was in the hustle gang. Like, you have to learn these, I don't know. You learn these desperate ways to survive, right? And a lot of them, you know, for those master manipulators, not manifestors, but manipulators that don't work hard, theirs is all about, you know what I mean, putting on a show, dressing up a show and making you believe a show. You know, that's a Wolfman. You know what I mean? He doesn't have any power. He doesn't have anything. He can show you some tools. He can show you this and that. But all he's showing you is him attending other people's powerful works. He can show you that he can read the cards, but what's twice as infuriating is I'm teaching regular people every day how to read the cards better than he does. So he gets extremely infuriated because he found himself to be very superior with nothing more than a knowledge of the cards. And then as he started to gain more knowledge as he traveled the lands, like he was, you know, thinking he was fucking Crowley or something, you know, every time he learned something, he would take that teaching and try to use it as he was so smart and so wise. And it's not like, you know, it's all about what I learned and how I apply this in my life. He never gives credit where credit is due. He just makes you think that he's the magician. He's just an enormous student and not even a practitioner. And that's it. He wants to gain it for power over people. Just the knowledge of it. He can't actually harness it. He can't manifest shit. He can't see shit. He can't feel shit. He's never talked to a deity unless he was under the influence. And even then, we could question if he was in psychosis. You know what I mean? Like, it's a simplistic line of leaving your reality and entering into the unconscious. Were you just delusional? You never actually left the context of your mind? You were just creating illusions out of your mind to create confusions outside in the real world? And that's why your sentences don't make sense. You have to edit yourself. All your videos are chopped and screwed. Confirmation. Every one of my videos are live. I don't edit them. I don't bring anything new into it. Oh, that was good.
Well, she doesn't even...
Yep, that's how you do. You play with the energy. I've done it.
She's like, oh my goodness.
I may have done it. I don't think he saw it, but I held the lights. I was messing with the lights. It was going to turn. I was like, hold on, hold the light. I mess with the lights. Some of the stuff, I can't mess with everything. But anyways, yeah. There's lots of, you know, which witch are you? I don't know. There's some that only mess with herbs. There's some that only mess with crystals. There's some that only mess with candles. There's some that do potions. There's some that do, you know what I mean, that only do tarot. A witch is no more than, I don't want to say a high priestess because a high priestess is a servant to God. But a witch works with spirit, so it just depends what kind of spirit. She's a creative, ultimately, and she could be a he. Imagine you try not to get too boggled down on the quest to find your own unique path within the craft. Proficiency comes to those who wait and learn and ensure that the witchy shoe fits perfectly. Imagine you are in a sweet shop where you can pick and mix all the sweets you love and then throw them all together into a big melting pot. And that's called the soup of life. And that's what I said. I don't get to choose which God I honor, which energy, you know, which deity. I don't choose. A true high priestess works with all deities. We're not loyal to deity. We're loyal to God. There's one deity in particular will work, you know, that seems to have an affinity to us. And that's where you'll find this one right here. She was a priestess of the Morgan. The other one is a priestess of, well, even Jason Miller is a witch of Hecate. You know, they worked with one particular side of the dark feminine aspect, which is myself. But when you're working in the light, you're working with gods. Really? Yeah. Truthfully, during the day you're praising God. At night you're praising the goddess. Truly, that's how that works. So it's all different things. It's like I don't choose. And that goes back to my altar bag. I have to rotate this and all of this, you know what I mean? I have to make my offerings. It's this person's, it's this person's time, and it's this, and that's where it's like, I have full moon rituals, but I also have fucking Easter that I have to do. And don't forget the fucking, you know what I mean? Don't forget the fucking, the solstice and all of this. And don't forget my shadow work. It's like I'm the definition of magic. That's what I said. I'm the magic you seek. In the essence, I teach you how all gods were honored. How you honored all of us, and how you honor God. We came in forms as gods and goddesses to you, but we were just an extension of God for you. Us too, a child on a servant with a job from Him to serve you. But we weren't the ultimate God, and every God will tell you that. There was always something, even Jesus, the Father. You know what I mean? He saw Him as His father figure. And that's what He is, the Father, or the All-Father. Why? Just because it's a masculine energy. You can tell the difference between a feminine energy and a masculine energy. Duh. And that's why. Father has authority. Done? Are we done? Can you just accept God's people and know that people that praise whatever religion they pray to, they're praying to God, their extension of God given to them, that they could relate to, and then their men and of the church tells them, puts restrictions on them, just like your church, and tells them not to go hang out with nobody else, and only they got to be all godly to do all this stuff. It's like going to Catholic school, and you go to a regular school. Your best friends, but she goes to they go to Catholic school and you go to regular school. You're both getting an education. They just have more rules. That's it. You're both getting the same education, which is about God, just different rules. You're both learning the same history. You're both learning the fucking, the same life lessons, just different rules. They dress different over there. They eat different over there. That's all that means, bro. That's all that means. They're still godly people, bro. They still got good hearts. They got a different message, but I show you in all these books until I can get the Talmud and the fucking Zohar. Pretty much it's the same message in all this shit. I don't have any Muslim teachings. Do you know a Muslim guy? Me neither. I got the Quran. Does that count? Nope. Fuck. I don't know. Again, it's probably the same. They couldn't live in peace in their own country if they praised a fucking chaos god. And the only reason they're getting attacked is because of the god they pray to. It's called religious wars. Leave each other alone over this. Just let people pray. The right to fucking religion. As long as, just don't push your rules on me, dude. That's your God's rules. My God doesn't rule over like that. I appreciate you. I respect that you're trying to please your God, but don't put that on me, bro. My God says, it's not that my God is better. It's just that I was taught different. That's it. I told Mr. Plum that, dude. And I stick behind that forever. I'll always remember that. Are you cheating on God by going to a different church? Or are you cheating on your church by going to a different church? Isn't God in every church? And that's where you guys stand there. It's like, how can you stand there in the doorway of your church looking at another church and tell us they're ungodly? Are they not there on a Sunday too? Are they not following the rules too? Not the same rules? Are they not dedicated to God? Is it a different God? Isn't it worth walking in their door and seeing what their rules are? That's the only difference in the doors, if they'll let you in. Because their rule might be not to even let you in the door. That's very ungodly. You might not want to go to that church then. They don't let outsiders in. Sounds Jewish. Sorry. I have a lot of fun with them. Why? Because they persecuted my Christ. And they still do. They still deny His power in their life. You need that Savior. Or you could just climb the tree of life if you want. All glory to you. Take the tip. That was another thing. People that weren't cutting off the tip of their dick weren't going to see God. This was a godly experience? It sounds very ungodly. It sounds very painful. And what about all of us that didn't get circumcised? What about us women? Are we less cut off because we didn't cut the skin? I don't understand. Do you know what I mean? And in essence, in Europe, that was, that was the way. The only once you had to start paying for it, it was not, typical. So that was what it means. Culturally, we're cut off from God because we have extra skin on our dick. Give it more cushion for the pushing. I'm just saying, very inappropriate, but still, quit telling people what, Are you a witch? Yeah, all the way. Like a pagan priestess is what I am. I'm a priestess of pagan gods. I'm a Christian pagan priestess. Wait, what? Yeah, I serve all gods. I didn't leave out Christ. He comes first. Really? Yeah. Haven't you noticed? I work with his power the most. I try to. Pray to him all day. Holy shit, Jesus Christ. You'll never hear me pray to anything more than him. I'm praying to him and yelling at God. I'm right in the middle of these two all day. And then they bring their little friends. I'm like, can I bring my friends? No, your friends are dark. Come on. They're great. They got a good sense of humor. They're good people, I swear. You'll love them. Stop judging them and you'll love their company. Stop judging people. If I could just put a blindfold on you and take you around some cool people, bro, you would have so much fun you wouldn't even care what they look like. But you can't have that much fun because you're too busy looking at them. You're too busy judging them to enjoy them, bro. I'm so serious. Morgan, I promise, dude, she's not like the best looker or anything. She's actually beautiful. She put her little bikini on. I was like, bro, you don't look like no shop girl. What the fuck are you doing out here? You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, if I put a blindfold on you and you didn't see us and you just experienced us, you would love us. But it's from what you see that scares you. Really? Yeah. True story. You're too busy caught up on how things look. You don't know how they feel because of what they look like. And maybe what they smell like. Dude, just be like me and bring a lot of. I do. People stink. What do? I bring a lot of smell goods around on me, and I don't spray them because that would be rude. They might have allergies or something. I might spray them with a flower they're allergic to or something, or even their children. You can't be rude like that. But I spray myself. I don't have to smell you. I'll smell me. Really? Yeah, I got all kinds of it. My purse weighs 50 pounds, and it's all full of, not perfumes, but all kinds of shit like that, dude. Something that I can, you know what I mean? I mean, there are, 3 bottles of perfume. You need none of this when you go out. All I need is a wallet, to be honest. I carry a wallet and a fucking eyeliner pencil in my back pocket, and I was good. Now I carry a whole this, that, and the other. I'm about to carry a diaper bag. What do you put in there? I guess diapers. That's what the bag is for. Anyways, being a witch. You don't have to be specific. You just, you do what feels right to you. You can follow books and stuff, and that's where it is. People learn how to become a witch. You just be a witch. You don't have to learn. You learn as you go. It's like writing music. It's like, you learn as you go. You're like, that didn't work. Somebody can come in and fine-tune it. You know what I do? But usually, it just depends. You may try one path and then another until you find the parts that make your heart sing. Then fuse them all together to form a witchy path that feels right for you. It's about finding the path that feels right for you personally. The path that nurtures and shapes your desires and ignites your passion on a soul level. There are so many, and that's what I said too. We were supposed to meet up on Saturday and then hang out through Sunday. And I was like, I go through 2 different stages on that. I was like, we could do full moon shit on fucking Saturday, but you must understand I'm a completely different energy on a Sunday. Like, what does that mean? Well, it's God's day. I'm all perky and shit. And, you're not going to catch me in fucking net string fucking pantyhose on God's day. It's not just about appearance. It's about attitude. It's like I wake up perky. You know what I mean? We could sit here, crying and under the dark and, all of this. But in the morning, I'm turning up the music and it's a happy vibe and all praises to God. It just happens by the energy of the day. Is it every day? No, but a Sunday for sure. Thursday typically too. I'm just like, there's a good ass energy. You can't fake that energy, and that's where it is. It's like, I'm not going to schedule healing sessions on a Sunday. We're not going to talk about dark shit unless it just happens to come up, and we'll deal with it. But by definition of the sun, we're supposed to be in the light. But for the same reason, I can't just usually pull light cards any day of the week because we're typically in the dark throughout the week. And that's that special day he gave us where it's just this. He rules over this day and it's a better energy. You'll learn the days of the week. You know what I mean? Like Mars, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I don't know what the fuck I'm ready for, but I'm fucking ready every Tuesday. I am ready. Thursday, I am fucking... Dude, I love it. I'm full of it. Really? Yeah. It's just you learn it. There are so many heritages and traditions of witchcraft that will fuel your spirit's needs and beliefs in your search. So trust your intuition and know that it will guide you towards the right path for you. And that's it. I did, I started doing all kinds of different practices. Tons of practices. You know what I mean? Like, in the essence, I'm doing witchcraft on Sunday, but I'm also teaching religious practices. Have you noticed? I'm doing oracles on Sunday, which is witchcraft. But I'm teaching God on Sunday, and I'll also pull out biblical books. I'm still doing dark works, what you consider dark works, in the light. Are they only dark on a Friday night in a graveyard? Like, if I light candles and we make and that's what I said, do you want to make a pentagram? Is that what we're like, you watch too much TV. It's like, how does this work? We're going to, like, make a pentagram and light some candles? I mean, we can. If you want to, if you want to, like, get into the elements, like, I don't really put all that effort into it. If you want to really, truly experience, you want to drink the juice, like, do you want to, I mean, what did you see on TV? It's not really. It's all about intention. It really is. It's like all of this is preparation. It's just like, you do this. Why do you put up a Christmas tree, bitches? Does any of that have to, what is it about? What is the offering of the Christmas tree, right? What is it? It's just an offering of love. Right? You put it up there just because it's beautiful, to spread love, to set the energy, to change the vibe. Once you put up your Christmas tree, it puts up the Christmas vibe, right? So that's what all that shit is I'm doing. I'm just opening the vibe, bro. You know what I mean? The special candles and all of that shit. I'm just opening the vibe. That's all. It's not like, if I don't do this, the vibe doesn't come. No, it just means I'm opening myself to the vibe. And in essence, it's like, you want to close the door. There's a big storm coming. Open the door. You call this a little bit of rain. Wait a minute, God, that's not rain. Really? It's just letting the floodgates, and that's what I mean. It's like, you're ready for it. Here it comes. I don't know. Fuck around and find out. Reading various traditions, cultures, and aspects of magic will point you in the right direction, and your inner perception will alert you to what does not feel right for you. And that's where it is like, I don't teach you guys mirror magic. Doesn't feel right. Last night I read that card. I usually don't teach you the way she practices because I don't feel confident in her practices. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, there's certain things that I don't do that. We don't do that. I don't do that. Especially mirror magic. I don't do that. I know what's on the other side of that mirror. We don't play around with no mirror magic. You can, if you want to fuck around and find out. But if you break the mirror, I promise you, you can't close what's on the other side of that. I promise you, you can't close what's on the other side of that. One more time. I promise you. This isn't a threat. It's a promise from the goddess that if you break mirror magic and you let that shit out, you cannot, as a promise from the goddess, you will not be able to put it back. What will come out? Anything. Because we all put it on the other side of it's all hidden on the other side of the mirrors. Your shadows, your darkness, everything is on the other side of the mirror. That's why we do this. It's why it's called the mirror. The mirror realm is probably the most dangerous. If there was a place to say, where's hell, where's this dark place, it's there. Everybody's darkness lies on the other side of their image. The mask that they wear is out there. If you break that mirror and you let them out, you cannot, I promise you, you cannot put it back. Once you let it out, you cannot put it back. That's what the thing is about shadow work. Once you face the mirror, you cannot put it back. You have to integrate it or it will consume you. And when you break that mirror doing mirror magic, it's not necessarily you that you're breaking out of there. Because typically people that are doing mirror magic are working on somebody else. If you break that mirror and you let that dark side out, bro, it won't just stop with you. You cannot put it back. You will curse your family with that shit, bro. We do not play with mirror magic. I use a mirror to put on my makeup. pluck my eyebrows, that's it. You will never see me fucking around with mirrors. I have a special globe. It's called a gazing ball that's made out of a mirror in my car that I catch shit in. I'll go to, sacred sites and I'll catch entities and put it in there. Is it stuck in that ball? No. It's in the mirror realm. I put it through that ball, but it's easily on the other side of your mirror. Your pocket mirror, any reflection. It's on the other side of the mirror. Do not play with mirror magic. Cannot stress that enough. I've never stressed it so much until we got to this point. I always tell people we don't do it, but I never explain why we don't do it. It's dangerous. I am the most highest level of light, and if you call me for some shit like that, even I'm gonna tremble. I'm gonna have to call in super help. I'm not sure I can put it back. I'm telling you, you can't. And I'm telling you, I'm not sure I can. It's a reflection of darkness, bro. And if you let that reflection out, then it becomes a perception of darkness. That's all it is. It becomes, the darkness is released. It's not just a picture of darkness. It's actual darkness. All consuming. Yeah? I can't even tell you what it is, bro. I can only tell you what it feels like. Don't fuck around with the mirrors. It should make you fearful of, all the mirrors in your house. But yeah, you're being watched. They see you through the mirrors. That's how monitoring spirits and dark practitioners watch you. Through mirrors. Really? Yep. It's dangerous shit. Just telling you, there's some shit. Don't fuck around. You're gonna find out. And this is not one you want to find out. And I don't want to find out you did it because I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix that. I know a lot of shit, and I haven't gained that wisdom yet. I haven't gained that wisdom yet to understand. You might have to. I don't know who you'd go to put the mirror back together. That's why they always tell you if you break a mirror, it's 7 years bad luck. That's that saying. I've broken mirrors. I've had them break on me before. But, I'm talking about mirror magic. There's magic in them. For real. Around. That's why I have that one. I was like, if I open this, bro, you're supposed to run. We're letting something out of this mirror. And it's going to be deadly. And we're going to walk away. Really? It'll consume everything. It's darkness. It's the definition of darkness. Whatever it takes, whatever form it takes, it's just darkness. That's what hides behind the mirror. It's not light. You're not going to break open a mirror and see God's light back there. That's why they do all those invocations. Go in the bathroom and stare in the mirror. Watch out now. Soon you will become bewitched and drawn into a whole new world of crafty skillfulness as you claim the path for you. As a witch, you will know intuitively what's right for you, because whatever invokes your passion will be woven around your most loved interests. Whether you choose to walk the specific path of a sea witch, a green, a hedge, or a kitchen witch, or even an eccentric. With the practice and dedication, you can heighten your skills to become more proficient as a master of your chosen craft. And that's where I'm seeing Wolfman. He wants to be a magician, but doesn't realize he has to be a witch to become a magician. You don't harness the elements. You have to be one with the elements, loser. He hates me. He hates me more than Russ ever did. He really hates this, that he can't touch it. What's the sickening part is I opened him up to it, and that's what I told him. I was inviting you in to fucking run with me, but you wanted to run the show and say that you knew more. So then what happened? You got stripped of your spiritual gifts, like I told you would, and now you're out there trying to find your identity. Once again, you lost it all to pride. You wouldn't surrender to the dark goddess. You wouldn't surrender to God either. So now you're deflecting both the light and the dark. You walk in the gray. There's no light or dark. You don't have a soul, and you don't have a purpose. Really? So now he's trying to reclaim his power. He's trying to reclaim himself. He's trying to find himself in all things. It's going to be a 40-year walk. And that's your fall. You saw true power, and you tried to exert it. You tried to take power over power. That's the problem with Hades. You're repeating your karma. That's fine. You couldn't wait until it was given. You had to take it. And that's what it was. You just replayed time with us. You wanted me and my power and my beauty in your life. But because it wasn't given, or because you couldn't control it, you wanted, or because, you know, for whatever reason, you thought you were going to control it and force it. And you lost it. It's not my fault. That's yours. And that's because you were so forceful. You've never learned to be kind. You've never learned to submit. You never learned to surrender. You never let a woman lead. You've never given a woman any bit of power. You had to exert all power over a woman. And I told you I wasn't a woman. So in essence, you tried to use your man power, your mentality, over God's goddess. And he's not pleased. And so now you can't talk to the dark because you offended the goddess. And I am the dark. And you don't talk to the light. So you're in the in-between. You have no connection to deity anymore. Ignorance is bliss. I bet you wish you could go back to sleep, huh? Well, face yourself. Shadow work. You and that big pride and ego. Some of you will become bewitched and drawn to a whole new... Yeah, that's what we said. Whether you choose this, that, or the other, step into your power, reclaim your right of a witch as a demonstration... a witch as you demonstrate effective magic. Your prowess and everything you've learned and horned through your witchy experience. It's time to own it. I challenge you, motherfucker. Since the day one I've challenged you. Make a manifestation come to life. Make something real come to life. Show me your magic like I show you mine every day. Okay. All you do is tell everyone how you study this power and how you've seen people in this power, but you can't prove it. There's no proof to your power that you say you say you harness. It's a full card. Do you know who Diana is? Okay, do more research. So I said, I gave it to Diana. Jesus Christ. How are you going to know anything? You're going to have to go to every watered down practitioner that it was ever passed down through tradition instead of coming to the traditional source of magic. Lovely. Keep working on that. Light side unveiled. You were born with great aptitude, so perfect your skills so that you can be at your finest. Think like a winter and overcome. And that's another thing too. Can you control the weather even? Can you do any magic? Can you make people come to you? Can you control their minds? Can you do anything? Do you work with any real magic, or are you just a tarot reader that goes out and has, goes preaching, praying to gods? And trap houses is what I heard. All right, think like a winner and overcome perceived limitations by knowing you can do it. And that's why I said my magic doesn't fail, because my mind knows I can. It's an I can attitude. And that's also why I'm so dangerous, is because my thought, anything I think it will be. That's what makes me the master manifester. But at the same time, I don't think about shit. So I don't have to worry about that. I have to be careful. You know what I mean? If I think bad about you, it will happen to you. Why? Because I'm all powerful and I know that. You don't understand how any of this works. You think you gain power by doing such things. You don't know where the true power comes from, which is your thoughts. And that's because you're thinking about stupid shit. Your passion and your interests indicate your life's purpose and the path for you. Shadow side. A spladash attitude will not serve your purpose. Perfection will not transpire with the wave of the wand. What is all that information? The skills you seek will come, but only practice will improve proficiency. Do not expect to be exceptional in your field without putting in effort. Do you know why Marshall's the best? Because he practices every day at it. Do you know why Kobe was the best? Because he practices every day at it. Do you know why I'm the best? because I practice every day what I preach. How many times a day? Like Kobe said, dude, you don't get here without Kobe Bryant waking you up at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning doing this shit 5, 6, 7 times a day, every day. And after years, you become something similar to me. It's going to take you years to get where I am, but in those years, I will be further and further away from you because I'm not stopping for you to catch up. I'm still going. So when you're there, you'll have, you know what I mean? And that's where it is. It's like, you got a long ways to go, Pad 1. And if you're only training, you're only doing this on the weekends, then you're a weekend bitch. You're a Halloween witch. You only do it when it's convenient, when you have time for it. That's your side hustle. You're not going to get good at this, putting in the minimum. And that's it. It's like, I've been learning tarot for 3 years, 5 different decks, and I still ain't got it all the way down. But the fucking candle magic and the banishment, oh shit, bitch. Let me light a fucking candle in your name. Watch some shit go down. That's my favorite threat. Don't make me light a fucking candle. Don't make me light a fucking candle. It doesn't even need to be any color, bro. All I gotta do is think about it and light this fuse. Because that's all it is. It's infused with my thoughts. All I gotta do is spark this light. And I'm gonna burn this whole bitch down. Power of thought. And that's where it comes from. Which is, you can't really see what we're doing. It's not like while we're sitting here you can see the fucking magic happening. No, you think it's magical, us mixing together the fucking, your dinner. We come back with a plate and you're like, that was magical. You didn't see everything we put into it. It made you feel good, but you didn't know. I just poisoned your bitch ass. Just kidding, that would be your mom, Russ. Russ's mom was poisoning him. Not really, just magically. Don't expect exceptional work without putting in the effort. Incantation to Witches of the Craft. Damn, we're giving you all this fucking juju. We gave you the spirit guides, now we're giving you the craft. Find your path, time to be wise. Practice, practice, claim the prize. Don't waste the gift you've had since birth. You're here to shine across the earth. Which of the craft magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There it is done. Which witch are you? There are many paths. There's a head witch that focuses on spiritual work, skilled at crossing boundaries between the worlds, astral traveling, projections, lucid dreams, and spirit realm. That would be me. Push you to the hedge. Kitchen witch. Works with herbs and spices, creates potions and brews, bakes and cooks, stirs magic into recipes. Skilled herbalist, keeps a vegetable and herb garden. Well, you know my current situation, so I'm not in the kitchen whipping it up. I'm hearing stir fry. All right, Migos. In the kitchen, that's a good song. But I am an herbologist. I know how to use it, but no, I don't have access to a kitchen, and if I did, I'd be whipping up shit all the time. Be that Betty fucking Crocker type bitch. A green witch, that's me again. Nature-based, works with plants, flowers, crystals, rocks, fairies, natural and element magic. Skilled herbalist, wild crafter, and gardener. An astro witch, another one that I am. Incorporates astrology, follows the alignment of the planets, lunar cycles for spells and rituals. A sea witch. I don't have an ocean, but I use the water. It's the same water, bro. Sea witch, where does all waters come? All waters come from, you know what I mean? But I'd go and use other ones. Uses ocean magic, drawing energy from the sea, moon lore, tides, working with the tools of the sea for spells and healing, driftwood, seaweed, and seashells. I don't work with all those. A solitary witch, works magically alone without a coven. That would be me. Traditional witch, takes historical approach, looking towards old witch lore as a foundation for spells and rituals. I mean, I do shit, and I'm the oldest witch in the lores you talked about. The lore of the witch. Hereditary witch. Knowledge, tradition, and beliefs are handed down generationally. So that would be my children. Whether or not they have it, they'll be passed down to them. All my knowledge will be passed down to my children. All my children will be witches. All my children will know how to manifest. All my children will know how to work with energy. All my children may not see entities, but they will know all of this stuff. Really? They'll be awoke. I make sure of it. And if you're with me, your children too. We must wake them up so they can be safe too. Best believe I'm going to be sitting at home with the kids teaching them shit like that. Yeah? They need to know. They don't need to be wait till they're grown. I'm not teaching them sex magic, dude. I'm teaching them protection. Banishment. I'm teaching them how to ground their energy. I'm teaching them all of that shit. Tarot, I don't know. I bought my daughter some. She don't want to learn. I'm really not the best teacher at tarot. I could teach you the Ascension. Eccentric witch pulls from various traditions. And that's it. I'm eccentric, obviously, on page 169. Okay, we're done there. We're not going to read no Kali oracles. Why? Because it's time to move on. My phone has been going off. There's a bunch of confirmations to bullshit, which means I got to take care of some bullshit. And the sun is trying to come out, but I don't think so because the weather told me. I was going to say the weatherman. Who is what? I mean, God told me that there's going to be weather. It felt pretty chilly outside, which is cool because they haven't fixed my air conditioner yet. Peace. Peace. And that's where it is if I can't fix the air, then I'm going to call in cool air. I create my reality. I can't create yours, but I create mine. I have my own magnetism, and I can turn that bitch up real fucking high to bring what I want into my life. The problem is, I don't want nothing. I just want to sit here and praise God. And that's where people get real pissed off. If I had your powers, I would do all great things. Well, go on with your great ass. That's why God won't give you great powers, because you want to do great shit with it, right? True. What about the powers you do have? If you were you know what I mean? If you had my powers, what would you do to make the world a better place? Or just make yourself great again? Sound like Trump, motherfucker. And the 4th trumpet ran. Are you the 5th trumpet? Are you part of the Trump administration? Sorry if you are a Trump supporter. Whatever. I'm just talking shit. As long as you love God, dude. Whatever. You can't be a full Trump supporter, like that. You can support some of it, but you can't. And that's what it is we can't be fully godly in church. They don't allow us to love. They limit our love. They limit our acceptance. They limit our forgiveness. They limit us, and they limit our finances by guilting us into putting 10 in their pocket. They limit our finances. Are you one of those people that feel guilted into putting into that bucket every fucking month? Every week? God said to tithe, be a happy tither, meaning help. You know what I mean? Give a portion of your grains to someone in need. The church doesn't need your money. They're paying their bills quite fine. They don't want me to tell you this, but I promise you, there's a needy family that could use that money. You could go put $50 instead of in the church, dude. You could go put $50 on somebody's gas tank, and you're going to watch a real miracle happen. Not just that person, but your luck is going to change real fucking quick doing some fucking good works like that. And it's that simple. You don't have to find someone. You don't have to sit there on a corner looking for the right person to bless. You just go up. And then some of them you could just see, this person needs a blessing. Look at this girl. She's counting pennies. That could be me. You know what I mean? Hey, can I bless you today? I'm looking to bless somebody. Can I give you a full tank of gas? Oh my God, would you really? Would you be a blessing to me? I'm going to bless you. You become my God. You're an extension of my God. My God blessed me through you. And you felt the power of God. You had the power of God in you to bless someone else. That's a true God. Having power and being able to give it to others to make their lives better is what God was about. That's what we were given, those powers. We were given as the goddess and all the gods. We weren't given dominion over you. We were given powers to make your lives more fruitful. It didn't make our lives any better. What were we supposed to do with the power? Give it to the people. Power to the people. That goes back to Aradia. She was the, the first mortal to be chosen. She was chosen to do this. Well, I did it too. It's like she was chosen to go out to the oppressed people and empower them with the gifts of the gods. Same as Jesus did. He gave you the power to manifest. He gave you the power to heal. He gave you the power to banish. He gave you all that power. It's all in there, in his words. Not the rules. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at the restrictions. You're looking at what you can't do, not what you can. When you look at church, you look at Christ, you look at what you can't do. Oh, I can't drink if I'm with Christ, and I can't do this if I'm with Christ, and I can't do this. That's not true. He didn't say you couldn't drink. He didn't say any of that, bro. He said not to fucking, poison your mind. Don't poison yourself with that. In essence, he served his boys a drink because he knew they would enjoy it. He didn't get bottle service for nobody. But let's do a toast, and that's traditional. But if you're going to be, toasting up every Friday night and be toasted, straight lush, then yeah, he's not going to like that. Come on now. You should have stopped after the 4th one. You knew you was getting out of control, and it's all about self-control. Alcohol isn't the devil. It's what people do when they're drunk that makes them look like they're the devil. There's no fucking devil in that. And that goes back to drugs. It's like, you know, I remember somebody when I was a teenager, they called marijuana. They were like, you're back there smoking dope. I was like, damn, I feel very condemned. That's old school. And that's it. It's like, you know, there's people that still think marijuana is a devil, is a drug. Why? I don't know. Ask them what they did when they were high. Have you smoked weed before? No, I would never. Why? Who told you it was so bad? And that's it. You start questioning them, and while they're questioning you, you question them. Confirmation. I'm starting to wonder if my son's fucking up at school. I'm getting a lot of messages that I don't understand. Like, why is all this shit happening on my phone? There's only one kid out there fucking up the world. We're both right here doing nothing. Can't be for us. How do you even get fired on your day off? I don't know. Because everything's on fire. I wasn't there to catch the fire. It was a fire sale. We had to fire you. Well, at least I didn't waste gas coming in for that. Can you directly deposit my check, please? While I move on with my weekend? Just kidding. Hey, I love you guys. Ooh, somebody call 911. We put in a 2-hour video here. Later, haters.